everybody, Draykke here again with another Minecraft tutorial, and today I bring you 3 designs for hidden storage in Minecraft. Now, I've seen a lot of other videos on YouTube with hidden storage, but I kinda wanted to put my own twist on them, see what I can come up with myself, and I've come up with 3 designs, each of which having their own advantages and disadvantages over the other one. So, for example, starting from left to right here, this is the simplest, most resource-light design that I've come up with. It's very, very compact, very, very straightforward, and extremely simple to build. And then going over here, this is about in the middle. It's probably about middle complexity. It's very easy to build still, but it does have some more redstone mechanics and some current glitches that exist in Minecraft. Not really glitches per se, but just things that really shouldn't be there that are, and so it takes advantages of those so we can use basically some hidden storage. The only downside to this is it takes more resources, obviously. It's a lot bigger, and it does require the use of carpets, which could lead to some suspicion. Now, over here on the far right side is the most complex, most resource-heavy design. However, it is 100% completely flush, no indication of redstone whatsoever. So your choice is up to you on which one of these designs you would like to use, but I will just basically demonstrate each one of them, show you how to build each one of them, and then you can decide which one you'd like to use instead. So starting over here with this most simplest design, you can see the only downside to this is it does have this piston head here to make it flush with the floor, so it could lead to an indication that there is some redstone behind the scenes. So basically you just flick your lever, it will fold down, and then there is your storage. You can put whatever you'd like in there, say a sign because I just have it on me, and then seal it back up. And then when you want to access it later, the same thing, you pull it away, and you can pick out whatever inventory you put in there before. Now, the nice thing about all of these designs is, too, I want to mention real quick, you can hook them up to hoppers, basically. So if you want to have an item sorter system hooked up to these inventories, you can do that, which makes them very, very versatile and very flexible to whatever you want to use them for. And also, I would like to point out that none of the levers or buttons that you're seeing are static. They don't have to be in those locations. They can be placed wherever you want them to be to take away from any suspicion that there's redstone at work. Now, the second design here basically uses a minecart on rails, and it brings the inventory up to the player at ground level so they can access it. So basically, this is where your inventory is going to be. So you press this button, which I have hooked up comes your inventory. You can put in whatever you'd like. Say I put in that sign one more time. You press the button, and then everything closes back up, and your minecart with chest is stored down below. And then if you want to access it again, you simply do the same exact thing, and it comes back up with your sign. Now that's pretty much the second design. As I mentioned, it has its disadvantages and advantages. It just depends on which one you'd like to use. Now the third one here, as I mentioned before, is the most complex. And the one thing I will say about this, it's very, very cool. The redstone's 100% hidden. However, one of the downsides is it uses a glitch that exists in Minecraft right now. So in future updates, this could potentially become broken. I'm not sure. I'd have to test it out myself, say in future snapshots and whatnot, but for right now it works perfectly 100% of the time. It just has the potential to become broken in future updates. So basically how this works, it's going to pull this block down, move it to the side, and then your minecart is going to be in place, and then when you press the lever again, it will bring it up to you. So if you see here, you will pull the block down, you press the lever one more time, and your chest is delivered up to you. And I already had 2 buttons stored in there just because I had them on my inventory. And then if you want to put your chest back down and hide it, you press the lever one time, it takes the chest down, and then you press it one more time, and it puts it all flush with the floor again. Okay, so because I'm going to be building 3 designs in this one video, I'm going to try to keep things as fast as I can while still being able to explain things as much as I possibly can as well, just to remove any kind of confusion that there is. So we're going to be starting here with the first design. We're going to be building it first, and the things that you will need to build this design as you see it are the following. Roughly 22 building blocks of any kind, 3 pieces of redstone dust, 3 redstone repeaters, 1 sticky piston, 1 regular piston, a lever, or if you want to put in a T flip-flop, you can do that as well, 1 minecart with a chest, and then you may need a rail to get that minecart with chest in place. Okay, so to begin building this first design, you just want to find out where you want your floor to be, and then you want to place a little ring coming around like this, and then come down 2 blocks below where that hole's at in the center, and you want to place your regular piston. Now on the right side of that piston, you want to come back 2 blocks, and place a sticky piston facing inward just like this. Now up here in the back, you can place your lever, but you can also place this lever wherever you want it to be. This is just where I'm placing it at, just so I can demonstrate it for the tutorial. So I'm going to place it right here just so we can tell that this design is working. Okay, now you just want to come around the back of the design that you've built so far, and you want to place 1 block right on this regular piston here, and then 1 block right behind this sticky piston. Now down below both of these pistons, you want to place 6 blocks in a little rectangle shape just like this. And then coming off of this lever, right below it, you want to place one block with a piece of redstone dust, a repeater coming off of that block with a block in front of it, a piece of redstone dust on the other side of that block, with a redstone repeater going into the block behind a sticky piston, and make sure it is on full delay. Now, right next to this block on the other side, you want to place a piece of redstone dust with a repeater going into the block next to the regular piston, and you make sure to have it on 0 delay. Now, when you press this lever, these pistons should fold up. If you press it again, they should fold back, which is exactly what you want. So now you can actually go ahead and place in your minecart with chest. So just make sure that this area down here is sealed off. You may need to place a rail, as I stated before, just to get the minecart in place, and then you just want to push it into this little gap down here. Now that can be sealed off, and that is pretty much the entire design. So if you press this button, it is all sealed up nicely. If you press it again, there is your minecart where you can store all of your stuff. Okay, the materials that you will need for the second design are the following. You need 26 building blocks of any kind, 1 piece of redstone dust, 2 redstone repeaters, 3 redstone torches, 1 sticky piston, 4 powered rails, 5 regular rails, a minecart with chest, 4 pieces of carpet, and then a lever, or as with any other design, you can also hook it up to a T flip-flop, as I have done here. I'm not going to include these materials, obviously. I'm not going to show how to build this, because I already have another tutorial on my channel on how to build this T flip-flop. So if you want to, you can check it out. I'll be sure to include an annotation on the screen somewhere, but I'm not going to include that with this design. Okay, so to begin building this, first find out where you want your storage to be, and then you're just going to build a little ring just like this. So if you build it like this, this is where your minecart with chest is going to appear at. So right behind this block, you want to come back 2 blocks like this, and place a sticky piston. Now you just want to seal off right behind this like this. Now this is one of the downsides to this system. It does have to be flush with a wall, or there has to be carpet over this sticky piston if you have it flush, as you know, that redstone will be showing otherwise. Okay, so now you want to come right underneath this design at this block right here that's going to be moved by this sticky piston, and you want to place 1 block right below it, place 2 blocks staggering downward in a staircase, and then coming to the right of the design, you're going to place 2 more blocks coming out just like this. Then you're going to loop them around this way for 4 blocks long, and then you're going to come 3 blocks this way with 1 block here to stop the minecart. Okay, now down here in these blocks that you just placed, you want to place a powered rail back here right by this block. Then you want to place 2 regular rails, 2 powered rails, another regular rail, and then you're going to place 2 more regular rails coming up here, and with a powered rail directly on this block. Now you will need to remove this block that is in front of this sticky piston to place another powered rail, and then you can go ahead and remove that and place your block back. Okay, now on top of these rails that we just got done placing, you need to place 4 pieces of carpet. So 1 piece will go here, another piece will go there, and then 2 more pieces will go on top of those. Now, it is pretty easy to cover this up. If you put down more carpet around that area, it really takes away from any of the suspicion that there's actually a storage chest there. However, it is one of the downfalls of this system to have that in place. Okay, now to finish off this design, you just want to come underneath this piston. You want to place 1 block directly beneath it with a redstone torch on top, so it should power that piston just like this. Then you want to come 2 blocks beneath that redstone torch, and then 1 block behind to make this kind of diamond shape. Then you want to place a repeater on full delay, heading into this powered rail track, and then back here you want to place a piece of redstone dust. Now on the other side of this powered track, you want to do the same exact thing, so put 1 block with a repeater facing the opposite direction on full delay, then place a block in front of that repeater with a redstone torch on the side and a block on top, so it should power these rails now. And then on top of this block that you just placed, you want to place 1 more redstone torch. Okay, so now we can actually go ahead and test this. So if you place your minecart with chest down here in this little hubby hole, and then you put your lever right here in the activation, and like I said, this can be hooked up anywhere you want to. You just have to have a repeater going into this block with the redstone dust, and then when you activate it, you will see that everything works as it should. So the minecart is delivered up here for your storage, and whenever you're done, you simply flick your lever again, and it is stored back down below safely. Okay, so now it is time for the most complex design of this series, which is the big kahuna you're looking at right here. So these are the items that you're going to need to build this entire design that you see right before you. You're going to need 40 building blocks of any kind, 14 pieces of redstone dust, 9 redstone repeaters, 4 redstone torches, 5 sticky pistons, 1 lever, or if you want to hook it up to a T flip-flop you can, 2 minecarts with chests, and then you're also probably going to need a rail to get those minecarts in place. Okay, so to begin building this, you want to make a 3x3 square wherever you want your storage to be at, and I'm actually going to place a different colored block here in the center. That way you can tell this is where the storage is going to be located at. Now, down below that block, you want to come down 4 blocks, and I'm actually going to come down 5, and then you can place your 2 sticky pistons on top of each other just like this. So there should be a 2-block gap in between, and then 2 sticky pistons down below. Okay, next you want to come behind these 2 sticky pistons that you just placed, and you want to make the following design. So on the bottom sticky piston, you want to place 1 block, and then you want to stagger one up just like this, and then stagger one up the opposite direction. Now on this block back here, you want to place 1 redstone torch so that it will activate this sticky piston, and then it will innervate this block, which will activate the next sticky piston. Now right to the left side of that redstone torch, you want to place 1 block here. Now coming down off of this one, just diagonal, you want to place 1 block here with a redstone torch facing outward on that block. Come right down below that block, place a piece of redstone dust directly underneath that torch with a repeater going into this block. Make sure that that repeater that you just placed is on full delay, and then just diagonal to that you want to place 1 more block just like this on the other side of this redstone dust, and then place the repeater facing directly out on full delay. Place a sticky piston on that block with a block in front of that repeater, and then another block on the other side of that sticky piston with a repeater on full delay. Okay, now right next to that block that you just placed in front of that repeater, you want to place 3 blocks to the side just like this, with 2 pieces of redstone dust, and a repeater going into this bottom sticky piston just like this. Okay, next you want to place a block right behind this redstone dust that you just placed, and then place another block right beside it. So you should have this little triangle shape going on here. And now right next to that triangle, you want to place an 8x2 square coming over this direction, just like this. And then you want to place a sticky piston just diagonal to this redstone repeater that's placed right here. So it should be facing inward towards these 2 sticky pistons just like this. Okay, next you want to place a piece of redstone dust right in this block here in this triangle section was, and then place a repeater on full delay. Place 3 pieces of redstone dust going this direction towards the sticky piston with a repeater going into the sticky piston just like that. Make sure this repeater has no delay on it. And then coming over here you want to place another piece of redstone dust with 2 redstone repeaters on full delay. Place a block in front of those repeaters. Place another block coming over right behind a sticky piston with a piece of redstone dust on it. Okay, now right underneath this block that you just placed before the redstone dust, you want to remove the block underneath it and place a sticky piston facing upward. So it should look just like this. Okay, so now you can actually go ahead and hook up the input to the system. So basically you just need a redstone repeater going into this block down here that we placed originally with this redstone torch innervating these 2 sticky pistons and the redstone dust next to it. The redstone repeater can either be on the side here or in the back. It just has to be hooked up there, and then you can hook up your lever or T flip-flop into that redstone repeater. So if I press this lever now, this block will be pulled down and pushed to the side, which is exactly what we needed to do. So you'll see right now. That is exactly what we need. Okay, so now that those pistons are back in their retracted states, we can put in the minecart that we need. Now, I mentioned in the chest over there in the items that you need, you may need 2 minecarts with chests for this. Now, the times that I have built this, sometimes the original minecart that you place will actually glitch through the pistons and be held down below. And then the second minecart chest that you put in will not glitch at all and will remain there forever. Now, another time that I built this, though, I only ever needed 1 minecart with chest. So I put that in the needed items just because you might need an additional one. I'm not actually sure. It's a little bit buggy in terms of how it works, but once you have it in place, it has yet to fail on me. So basically, you're probably going to need to put down 2 pieces of railing here just to kind of get things lined up so you can get your minecart in place. And then you want to place it here and then push it on top of these sticky pistons just like this. And then once it's in place, you can go ahead and seal this off with blocks around it, just like this. And then you can go ahead and give it a test. So if you press this lever one more time, the minecart will be delivered up to you where you can access it. If you press it another time, it will be pushed down inside the sticky piston just like that. You'll see this glitch inside the block. And then if you press the lever again, it will seal it off flush with the floor. Now if you press it again, that block will move to the side, the chest will be revealed, and if you press it one more time, it will deliver it up to you. Now, like I said, this could be a little bit buggy. If your minecart does fall into the sticky piston down below, that is fine. Just put another minecart chest on top of it, and then it will work forever. So as you can see here with the other version that I have built, the first original minecart is actually glitched down here on this first sticky piston. However, the second one is up here where it will never be moved again. Alrighty guys, that is pretty much it for this entire tutorial video. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, please remember to drop me a like down below. It helps me out so much. If you really liked the video, please subscribe to me because I do this stuff all the time. I got tons of Let's Play series on my channel. I do tons of fun stuff with you guys, so please check that out. Favorite and share the video with your friends. Drop me comments because I love reading them so much. Thank you once again, and I will see you next time.